My bedroom is in utter turmoil right now. I've just been rearranging and then just deciding that I need to completely rearrange the contents of my art supplies cabinet. Now, I've had this idea for a while. Several years ago when I was like 15 or so, I got my hands on some UV resin from wish.com alongside these terrible quality but a couple dollars each dice molds, and I made a bunch of dice which I was going to show you, but they're not sitting on the shelf because I'm rearranging. This is I learned this camera angle from Tommy in it. What was I saying? I had an idea, and this is a really good time to be doing this. They sell resin at Kmart now. Isn't that messed up? Like, I'm pretty sure this stuff is, this stuff is a bit caution, keep out of reach of children. I don't know if that. So I'm gonna make some weighted dice. I just wanna see if I have anything sufficiently heavy around here. Some miniature ball bearings would be pretty handy, but I don't think I have anything like that. Ooh. Lots of glitter, nothing weighted. I'm so good at making YouTube videos. This is a lot of things in it. I got my washi tape and shiny things. I could check in like the shed, but it's cold and wet and dark at night, so that'll wait till later. I have not touched a lot of this for... That's not true. I rummage through these every once in a while. But a lot of this stuff I've just had since I was, 5. Also, I'm doing a bit of insect pinning. I got a few more, but they're in like weirder places. Miscellaneous dragonfly wings back there. Surely something in here will weigh enough. Oh my gosh. Do you guys remember loom bands? This is harder than I thought it'd be. To be fair, I didn't think about it much in advance. I could, of course, just wad up some wire. Some sturdy stuff. I don't know if I've ever used this. This is what you want in a room tour, I think. Like I said, I'm really good at making YouTube videos. Is this zoomed in? Hi! Multi-tool. Now, I don't know how much weight a weighted die needs to be effective. I think I got both of these things of wire a little while ago for like, probably a few dollars total in an op shop. I'm just sort of doing whatever I feel like as soon as I think of it right now. And I never make a fool of myself in the process. It just really doesn't sound like something I'd do. Jeez, what about this little thing down here? You think that's more powerful? I guess it was. All right, so now it's a question of the 7-year-old UV resin from wish.com, or the 2-part epoxy real resin from Kmart of all places. And this is, how dangerous is this stuff? Because I should do some research before I touch it, because when I was 16 and making lots of pretty little dice sets, I don't think I really adhered to any adequate safety measures. And I don't think that's gonna give me cancer, but I'm not gonna touch resin again if I can help it. I might go with this just to try something new. And saying that assumes I'm doing this tonight, which is, again, a really unhinged notion, but I have the camera out, so part A and B, they're different sizes, which tells me it's not 50-50, which means I'll have to actually measure things, which I'm sure I'm capable of doing. I don't know if I have time for this right now, given the state of the room. Do you guys think I could make dice out of hot glue? Like, okay, and I'm halfway through putting on my jacket to go and find nuts and bolts in the shed right now, but I saw hold on. What if I just Do you think I could just... I want to try that. I'm just going. Whatever happens, happens. I'll try on a D6 first. It's like kind of working. Should I try these? My DM is gonna love this. Oh, sticky. Huh. I'm gonna run this under some cold water for a minute and then pull out of the mold. Alright, I think this should be sufficiently cooled down now, so let's have a look. Oh! I put this on the wrong way. There's no number 1 on there. Okay. It's not very clear. Did I ever explain? I'm making clear weighted dice. I'm not sure if I actually said that. The weighted wrapped up bit of wire is sort of sunk to the middle, so it's just like a really sad inclusion. I'd ink this thing properly, but I feel like a Sharpie is all it really deserves. Oh, do you guys like that? This die goes 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Fun! Let's roll. Really, this might be my best creation yet. Ugh. There we go. It rolled a 2. I just dropped it. Somehow the state of my room has actually gotten worse. Alrighty, I realized that the wire plan didn't make any sense, or at least obviously wasn't going to work. So I've secured myself some actual nuts and bolts, which should do just nicely. As you can see here, those are actually gonna have an amount of weight to them. Also, following on from the hot glue D6 idea, I threw a bunch of more hot glue in a large D20 mold, and this thing dances. And I'll show you why I call it dancing. Okay, that got me in between, but even when it doesn't. Hey? What a beauty. The reason for this, of course, is the sides are, I don't know how to describe how wonky they are. Of course it's all messed up but where the mold seals, but even in the normal corners there are just these gaping voids, and it makes the die spin and twirl across the surface of whatever you roll it on, and I think that's beautiful. Not good for being a functional die, but hey, it's made of hot glue. What were you expecting? I've got my dice molds and my Kmart brand resin, so I think we're ready to begin. Here we are out in the wild world that is my back porch, and the elements in the ferocity of nature and all that. I might be being overdramatic. I thought I'd be freezing out here. Grabbed a jacket. It's not too bad. The weather's fine enough. And that's good. 1, because of the aforementioned state of my bedroom right now. But 2, ventilation. I don't want to inhale all these fumes. And I'm going to be using this resin, by the way, for a couple reasons. 1, I've never used this sort before and I'm kind of curious. And also, with the UV resin dice, I always found that the finish, no matter what you did, always felt like a little tacky. UV resin obviously has the advantage of you can harden it quickly. What I'm going to have to do with this is fill up the dice molds partway tonight, and then with a gap at the top, leave them for a day, then place the weight in before filling it up the rest of the way with resin. if I were using UV resin, I would just fill up the amount needed, set that in like a minute, and then complete the process. But I don't think I actually have enough UV resin left for a full set of dice anyway, so put some baking paper down so I don't ruin the table. And let's have a go at this. And I was listening to music, and hey! But it's okay, because I have these. Found some bubbles around the numbers of the toothpick. Now, since I have a lot more resin than I actually need at the moment, I have another tiny little idea. In this folder, I've got a bit of what I like to call D&D debris. This is the remnants of a slinky that I destroyed in a particularly intense session of the game we call Dungeons and Dragons. So I thought it might be fun to immortalize a few of these plastic shreds in an actual die. I kind of thought this stuff would be smaller. What a shape. Selection of tiny pieces here, so I'll shove them in this, see what I can do. We're back. 2 nights later, the resin has properly set inside, though it took longer than expected, and I have placed the metal nuts inside. This die is also doing nicely, but it's got a little bit of a gap in the top, so I'll top that up as well. I am so excited to get these out of the molds. Ooh. Okay, so I may be slightly guilty. I got especially excited. I had to take the D6 out of the mold before I started filming. Look at that! The edges, I did kind of squish them accidentally before they were set. So it's not perfect, but it's not too far from perfect, is all I'll say. I'll also say a lot more, because it's my video and I like talking sometimes. I've got this bit up here. This will go better than the time I tried to use the wire cutters at the start of all this. Oh my gosh, that's so soft. And that flew off into space. Wow. Okay, the way that pinched, this still clearly isn't fully cured. Ooh, I hope I don't mess it up. I want to see these though. This default should be an interesting one. The resin really got everywhere. So carefully pull that off and then. Ooh. Okay. Oh my gosh, I love it! Oh geez, those, okay, this is still not fully cured. Those corners are bending. Would you look at that? It's like a diamond, a weird diamond. Oh, trim that ever so slightly. That hit the ceiling. Look at that. What if I roll? Moment of truth, huh? Oh yeah, that was a 4. What? A 3? Okay. 2? What on earth? I've been scammed. 3, 5, 3, 6. Okay, so this is shaping up to be a pretty normal die. I suppose since the nut inside is so large, it still has the potential to weight any of these sides. Not as weight as I'd hoped, but you know, you still get the effect. Let's have a look at the D12. Woohoo! Oh, I love unmolding things. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, that's nice. That's pretty nice. That's pretty. Oh, that one in the rice cooker. Shit, I need to actually get that out. Uh-oh. That's not good. The D10 next, shall we? I didn't do a D100 because the mold for it is facing a different way, so to weight it the way I wanted, it would have to go, it wouldn't go at the top of the die. Also, who has ever actually used a D100? On occasion, you know, it's fine. No disrespect to the humble D100. Or maybe not so 100, who the hell? It claims to be 100, it's just a D10 but different. Oh, I like this. I like that I can make this. I like this. Trim off a little. I'll sand all the edges down later as well. Now the D8. Very nice. Oh, wow. Yeah, this is still malleable. I probably shouldn't actually be unmolding it yet. Oh, lovely. I think we got a bit of a bubble in there, but we'll see. We'll assess the damage. It's not like the weighting is going to be balanced on these anyway. For the biggest numbers, thinking of doing a different color. I found this. Oh my gosh. So I've had these in my art supplies cupboard for as long as I can remember. Okay, well that's dried up, clearly. You know what, I water it down, maybe it'll be paint still. finished. Look at that. Now, all things considered, these turned out pretty fantastic, but I would say there are two main problems. The first one is I somehow made them a little too pretty. That's not just me being overconfident. By that I mean, the whole joke of this is that it's a die that is weighted to cheat in the game. But you look at it and you can immediately see, oh, it's weighted because it's transparent. But at a glance, you can't really tell what's actually happening with these. I showed them to a few of my friends. I had to explain to them what was actually happening in there. The second problem is that while they are certainly unbalanced, they're not actually all that good at rolling well. Also, I haven't really talked about it yet in this video, but one of the main inspirations for me making this dice set was my DM. He is fantastic. He is very particular about dice weighting because your average die is not going to be perfectly balanced. Sometimes you get ones that are really wonky, they've got air bubbles, and what he can do is he'll take a die in the palm of his hand, wobble it around for a second and be like, this one's definitely not balanced. Or he'll be like, oh, that's pretty even, blah, blah, blah. And he can tell straight away. And it's pretty cool. It's kind of funny. It's kind of like, whoa, wobbling this thing in my hand. I get it now. Dude, oh my gosh. It's really cool. And I want to mess with him. It's so fun to mess with him. I'm gonna probably see him tomorrow. And when I do, I'll have these on me. I'll see if I can get his reaction. Hi.
Hi. Hello, Miss Camera.
Hello, I'm Miss Camera now.
You're pulling over a chair.
I actually got myself a new set of dice recently. Do you wanna have a look?
Okay.
Do you wanna?
I think you've got a screw loose. No, these are awesome.
How do they feel? How do they feel when you?
They feel like if you try to bring these to my D&D table, I'm going to throw your character sheet into the sun.
But these are my dice. I got them new for the session.
Oh, I forgot to tell you, we've implemented a new system. We're now doing reverse. So a natural one's a crit, and you minus your scores.
You know what? That's actually really good news because despite attempting to be weighted,
these aren't that weighted.
they don't work as well as
No, they're not as weighted as the other dice you showed me. This one is way more weighted.
That one's
than the other.
okay. Yeah, the D8 is good.
So.
The D8 and the D10, I think.
Yeah.
No, the D12.
But this D6 is bad. It's going to show up more times on 5 and 6 than any other number. But it's still not as bad as the other dice you showed me.
Okay, well, look, at least they're transparent about what they're doing.
And this is why I don't like homemade dice at my table.
Oh, that's rude.
No, the reason I don't let homemade dice is because you tried to weight these and they're not as weighted as the other homemade dice you had.
Oh, the one with the beads?
No, just your regular dice. I forget.
Wait, really?
Yes!
I thought you meant the ones I...
Look, that's not that bad.
I'm insulted.
I am too.
You're showing me the 11.
I'm showing you the it's at the bottom.
Oh.
Let's see how well this rolls. 5.
5. Look.
Like the D10, yeah, will be. Oh my gosh.
It's. They're trying. It's 4. See, 25% chance. It came up strong.
That's.
Look.
This is great. think you might be the weighted dice here.
Oh, wow. Okay. Well, that was slightly more embarrassing than anticipated. Oh, jeez, why do I do that? I have a old Chessex dice thing here, so I... normal dice. Normal dice things happening. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I certainly did myself. This is, I think, welcome to the first thing of my new craft channel. I've got a whole bunch of other stuff planned, various work in progress projects that I've had forever, and also new stuff I keep coming up with. I really want to share it with you guys. But yeah, I'll end this video out with a few more shiny shots I took of these dice. See ya, have fun!